KNX interface dimmable light. So I click on this. So now it is at 1%. You can see it's already at 1%. So I can switch off, it will switch off. If I switch on, it will switch on. So here I can just increase it. So you can see the light is increasing. I go 100%, light is at full 100%. Hello everyone, welcome back to Dilton's Tech Vlog, and in today's video we are going to see how to configure a dimmable light. Okay, so for this we will be using a phase cut dimming module from Schneider. So the module is here. Okay, so this is a 2-channel 300 watt dimming module. So the same one that you can see here. So this is the one. So I have a small spotlight with a dimmable ballast wired here already, and it works. So let's see how to configure this, okay, on a very short video. So normally we have 2-3 types of dimming available in KNX. We have DALI dimming, so you need a DALI to KNX gateway. You also have the universal dimming. So this is called as universal dimming, or we call it as phase cut dimming, or we call it as leading edge, trailing edge dimming. You can call it in any name you want. So it's just a dimmable module. Okay, so here let's say I go to this actuator. So and in the actuator, so before going to the actuator, let's talk about the group addresses that you require. Okay, so the group address that you require for dimming is normally, as per KNX standard, you need 5 different group addresses for dimming. So that is on off status, relative dimming, absolute or brightness dimming, and brightness dimming status, and brightness dimming status. So in this, if you're just using a keypad like this, let's say you are only using a normal button keypad like this, then normally you will only use 3 of the group addresses, that is on off status, and relative dimming. If you have a touch screen or the home assistant that I'm going to show you here we will be able to control on off status, and absolute dimming and absolute dimming status. So that means we can actually set up the percentage of the light based on our input. Okay, so this is what we are going to do now. Okay, so the 5 group addresses I have already created. So in the dimming module, let's go into the parameter. So this is a 2-channel dimmer. Okay, so in the 2-channel dimmer, so normally this is like a modular type, so it's the same database for 1 to 4 channels. So here we will only enable 1 channel, because this is a 2-channel dimmer, actually a 2-channel dimmer, but we are only going to use 1 channel activated. And in the general, I have just said what is the minimum dimming value, what is the maximum dimming value, and the switch on behavior. Switch on behavior means, let's say you switched off at 50% and you want it back at 50%, or let's say you want specifically to start at a particular brightness percentage, that is also possible. Okay, so we can have the base dimming curve set as halogen, incandescent, whatever you want. The dimming operation mode, normally you put it as automatic, so that it is automatically detected, the load is automatically detected. Okay, so other than that, we don't need to do much changes here, unless or otherwise you want to do more customizations. So the base dimming curve, again, we don't need to change anything. The dimming time reduction, you don't need to change anything. So most of the time the default setting itself is more than enough. So let's go to the dimming module. So here in the group objects, let's say I have switch object to on off, dimming object. So here we have 2 types of dimming. One is the relative dimming. Relative dimming means we also called as 1-button dimming. So in 1-button dimming, how the system works is, let's say you have a keypad. So when you press the keypad, okay, tap once, the light will switch on, tap again, the light will switch off. If you press and hold the button, it will increase the brightness. You release and press and hold the button, it will decrease the brightness. So that is 4-bit, or we also call it as a relative dimming control. But if you want to say, I want to say 50% brightness, 20% brightness, 100% brightness, then we go for the the value object, that is the 8-bit dimming, or the 1-byte dimming in percentage. Okay, so we connect the dimming object 4-bit to relative dimming, the on off status to on off status, switch status. Then value object is the percentage. I give it to the percentage here, and status feedback to status. Okay, so this is from the light side. Okay, so now we want to add the keypad side. So we use the same keypad. I'm going to just repurpose it to 1-button dimming. So we can also do 2-button dimming. So I'll go to the channel function. So channel function is now, sorry, where is the keypad? Oh, sorry, here. So we have one button, so it is mentioned as blind, so we can use it as dimming. Okay, so in the dimming we have we see alternating brighter and darker, or brighter or darker, so you can set it up in any way. Okay, we can set it up in any way. So here we are not going to use anything, so I'm just going to, okay, let it be there, whatever it is. So I'm just going to use one button. I'm just going to use one button. Okay, so triggering status of the LED, we will take it from the on off object. We'll take it from the on off object. So let's go to the group object now. You see switch, dimming and status. Switch, dimming and status. Sorry, we need the status as well. So button, triggering status LED, status feedback object, we just change it so that, yeah, so we have switch to on off, status object to status, and you see the same data size 4-bit. So this is an easy way to identify what type of dimming you are using. So I just drag and drop it to 4-bit. Okay, now let's download. So here I just need to download two devices, the universal dimming module and the keypad Okay, so let me just quickly download. So I'm using the serial number here. Finished downloading. So now let's check this. So I have the keypad here. So when I tap once, the light switches on. Okay, at full brightness. Normally I tap again, you can see the status, light switches off. Now I tap once, I press and hold. Okay, normally initially it goes to brighter, so it is already maybe at 100%. No, it's going darker. You can see the light's brightness is reducing. Now it's, I think, at 1%. So now I release and I press and hold again. You can see that the light is going brighter again. So very simple. Brightness is one of the most simplest thing that you can do with KNX. Most simplest thing you can do with KNX. Okay, so now this is phase cut dimming. You can see a manual button also here. Yeah, so if I can also use this to check it manually, you can see that I'm able to switch on and off the light from the manual button as well. So now let's configure the home assistant today. So last time I did not show you the configuration, so now I'm going to show you the configuration. So I go to settings. So in the settings, I go to KNX and I add a device. Okay, so here I'll just add. So as of now only the roller blind is configured, so I'm just adding another device. So this time it's going to be a light. So here we need the switch state and the brightness send and state. So what are the addresses we are using here? So 010, okay, so here 010, 011 for the status. Then we need the brightness function. So relative dimming we cannot do it in home assistant, so you will use the brightness dimming. So for brightness dimming we have 013, 014. So 013 and 014. Okay, and then I just say okay, the device will put it in the KNX interface. We'll put it in the living room. Dimmable light. Okay, no device, no problem. KNX interface, entity name, dimmable light. Okay, great. So that's it. So I can also change the icon if I want. Let's say I want okay, I just don't want to change the icon now. Okay, and I can just close it. So now it's already there, it's enabled. So let me make it smaller so we can see it. So let's go to the main page. So let's go to overview here. In the overview now we should have another device called as light, dimmable light. So here it's favorite. So let's say I go to the living room. So in the living room now we have so I click on this. So now it is at 1%. You can see it's already at 1%. So I can switch off, it will switch off. If I switch on, it will switch on. 1% will be somewhat equal to 8 or 10% because it always follows an S curve for the lighting. So it is like that. So you can see the light is increasing. I go 100%, light is at full 100%. So it's already full, so I'm releasing. Yeah, it's going down, it's going up, it's going down again. So as the light goes to 1%, you can see that it's 1%. So you can switch on from here, switch off from here, switch on from here. The status still changes and the brightness is controllable. So this is how you do phase cut dimming or standard dimming. Even if you use Dali dimming, these are the same parameters. If you are using 1 to 10 volt or 0 to 10 volt dimming, that is also the same parameter. So for everything, it is the same parameter. Okay. So if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe the video. And in the next video, we will see how to configure something more interesting. Yeah. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.